Hello viewers, welcome. Let's have a continuation on the tutorial, episode 14 of solving trigonometric equation under trigonometry. Here we are to find the true set of the equation, which is the cos square x plus 1 over 2 cos x equals to 1 over 2. Remember, we are solving this as a normal equation where we isolate the unknown variable we are looking for. In this case, our unknown variable is the x. So in order to rewrite this, we clear the fraction by multiplying through by what? 2. If you multiply through by 2, it will give you 2 the cos square x plus the cos equals to 1. Then I can see cos. So I cannot easily factorize this because the 1 is there. So what do? I am going to do substitution. So I will let my cos x equals to what? P. If cos x equals to P, it means the whole of this become 2P with the square. Then plus the whole of this is this. So P. Let's bring in this as minus 1 equals to what? 0. Remember what we do for quadratic equations in this nature? We use the 2 to multiply this to get minus 2. Find the factors of this. When you add, you get a positive 1. Meaning if I have negative 1 and 2, I can achieve the addition to be 1. So this becomes P, the first factor, minus 1, P, the second factor, positive 2, equals to 0. We have learned this process in the tutorial for quadratic equation. This is just a simple shortcut to that. So what do? We multiply by 2. So we divide the factor by 2. And remember, when two brackets are multiplying to be equal to 0, it means either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket. So P minus 1 over 2 will be the 0, or P plus 1 equals what? 0. Remember, this is 1. So if I transpose, P will become positive 1 over 2, or P equals what? Negative 1. We are not looking for P. We introduce a P. We also know that, but our P is the same as what? What do we have? The cos of what? X. So when I pick the first one, P being equals to 1 over 2, your cos x here will also be equals to what? 1 over 2. But our unknown variable is the x. So let's find the cos inverse of that. So cos inverse of 1 over 2, I think that will be 60 degrees, but we can check on the calculator and see. Then, when P is now equals to negative 1, you have cos x equals what? Negative 1. Let's find the cos inverse of the negative 1 and see what that will give us. And if we do that, we should be having 180 degrees. Remember, we are picking from this to 270. The next one, if we are to check for the general solution, this is the general solution. And this angle is the values we are getting. So let's say we have n is from 0, 1, 2, continuous. We can get that in the episode number 6. So you get the general solution that we get for cos. So if n is 0, I'll come back getting the 60 as positive and negative. So let me go for n being 1. When 1 is here, I should be having 360 times 1 plus or minus what? 60. Remember, this is 360 plus 60, or 360 minus 60. And if you add this, you should be having 420. If you subtract, you should be having 300, which is also bigger than your limit. So the value will not go beyond that. Then if it is 180, if you put 1 here, this is going to be 360 plus 180 beyond this. 360 minus 180 will still give you 180. So your solution will not be any other value than the one you calculated. So therefore, the truth set is going to be the set of x, so that x is either 60 degrees and what? 180 degrees. So these are the values that x can, if you put in here, that will make the left hand side to be equal to 1/2, 60 and 180. I guess you get the concept. If not, try the previous episode. I think from episode number 6, we started with the equation for trigonometric function in episode number 6. Try them all and you get your fact you're looking for. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.